Dear scholars, we have put an end to learning the lesson A Crow in the House through the previous video. Let us see activities given in English workshop based on the same lesson. Here we go with the first. Find antonyms, means find opposite words for the following from the story. First one, motionless. The answer is restless. The word restless is used in the passage. Next, captivity. Its opposite, freedom. Frequent, occasional. Dull, gleaming. Gentle, fierce. Cooperated, objected. Deep, shallow. Humble, snobbish. snobbish, snobbish. Next, B. Now try to find out synonyms. Words that mean the same. Synonym means words that mean the same. For the following, you may use a dictionary or thesaurus. First one, disapproved, objected. Bits or pieces means shreds. shreds, shreds. Next, achievement, success. Attracted, fascinated, fascinated, fascinated. Next, nuisance, it means pest, pest. Next, mishap, disaster. Controlled, restricted. Rebuke, scold, scold. Next activity, that is second activity. Using your imagination, write how the other pets in the house could have objected to Caesar living in their house. So as we came to know that there were some other pets in the house of author. So how could they have objected, oppose Caesar, oppose that crow while living in that house? That you have to imagine and you have to explain it in 2 or 3 sentences each. Next, prepare a table to show Caesar's prank at home and outside. So here you can print the table like this. First, we can name it pranks at home, pranks at home, and next pranks outside. And what prank he did, how he troubled people, that you have to write in columns, both the columns separately. Next, fourth activity, relate the life story of Caesar, rearranging the facts in a proper sequence in the form of a flowchart. So first of all, whatever actions or facts about this story given, that you have to arrange in proper sequence. That is, whatever happened first, that you have to write first, and accordingly the second, the third, and so on. So next concept, that is flowchart. So what is flowchart? Here you have to draw the boxes like this. Here will be the first activity, first fact, then below it draw the arrow, then next box, second activity. Here below it draw the arrow, draw the next box, and write the third activity. In this way the flow chart is drawn and the activities or the facts are written. So let us see the facts given. Caesar begins to upset things at home. What do you think? Does it happen first? No. Young crow is saved by the narrator. The crow is named Caesar. Caesar objects to being caged. Neighbor flings a stick at Caesar. Caesar begins to trouble neighbors. Caesar passes away. So here, young crow fallen from the nest. Young crow is saved by the narrator. It is the first fact, right? Second, the crow named is Caesar. The crow name is Caesar. Next, third one, Caesar begins to upset things at home. Fourth, Caesar objects to being caged. Fifth, Caesar begins to trouble neighbors. Sixth, neighbor flings a stick at Caesar. And seventh, Caesar passes away. So this is the order which you have to put in flowchart. All these facts you have to put in flowchart. Next, fifth, rewrite in your own words. What you have to write? Here is the first title. One event from the story. Any one event from the story you have to consider and write in your own words. What event? For example, that author found the crow on the road and he took it to the home. So this event, it can be written in your own words. Next title, one of the Caesar's pranks, Caesar's traits that makes you laugh. So what can be written? That is, he used to trouble that Harold the Hornbill. Then he started stealing the things from neighbors, etc. You can think of and write. Next, hold a debate on pets or pests. Pets, the term is for that the pet animals, and pests, the person or the animals which annoys you, make you angry, they are called as pests. So author had the crow that was the pest of that house. He used to trouble everyone, he used to annoy everyone, he used to make everyone angry, irritate everyone. So he was pest. So you have to write few lines about pets and few lines about pests. You can write this information in the form of comparison between pets and pests. Just like we write the difference. So you can draw the table and write the difference. Seventh activity, do you have pet animals? So answer will be yes or no. Next, write an interesting story about your own or your friend's pet. If you have your pet animal, so you write yes and write some information about your pet animal, its habit, its features, etc. If you do not have your own, you can write about your friend's pet animal. Next, eighth activity, it is of language study, and here we are going to know about complement. That is the part of grammar. What is complement? Let us see. There are two types of complements. First, subject complement, and second, object complement. What is subject complement? Let us see. Subject complement is a word or a phrase used after a verb that describes the subject. The underlined words and phrases in the following sentences are subject complement. So keep in mind, subject complement is a part of a sentence that may be a word or a phrase which comes after verb. First example, I am hungry. Here in this sentence, the verb is am, and after the word am there is another word hungry, that is giving information about the subject I. So the word hungry is underlined, and that is subject complement. Next, my sister became a teacher. Here in this sentence, the word became is a verb, and after this verb there are two words, a teacher, and these two are actually should have been underlined, and together this is a phrase working as subject complement. Why? Because it gives information about the subject, my sister. So here in the second sentence, my sister and a teacher, these words are used for same person, so it is subject complement. Next, let us see about object complement. An object complement comes after the object of a verb, and that gives information about object. So here, whatever object used in the sentence, about that object some other words give information, and those other words considered as object complement. Here is the example. The class made her the monitor. Here in this sentence there are two objects. The monitor, it is the direct object, and the word her is the indirect object. So keep in mind, when there are two objects seen in the sentence, that is direct and indirect object, so direct object is considered as object complement. Why? Because direct object gives information about indirect object. So here the word her and the phrase the monitor, these both are used for the same person. So as their position is in object, so that is the part of object complement. If the information is about subject, just like my sister and teacher, that is subject complement, right? Next example, the teacher found my answer correct. Here in this sentence, my answer, it is the object. How is that answer? Correct. The word correct gives information about object, so it is object complement. So I think you are clear with the concept of direct and indirect object. So this is all about all the activities given in English workshop based on the lesson A Crow in the House. I hope you all will understand the given explanation, and accordingly you all will complete all these activities easily.